In this video, we're going to go over the Windows magnifier settings. Hi everyone, it's Carrie from Live Accessible, and today we're going to go over all the settings that you can change for Windows Magnifier. I recently made a video about Windows Magnifier, which is a free screen enlarge from Microsoft for Windows 10, and there's also a similar version for Windows 8.1 and Windows 8 and Windows 7, but I am specifically going to go over the settings that's available for Windows 10 and the latest version of Windows 10, which is Windows 1903. We'll also be doing more videos about Windows Ease of Access and Microsoft Accessibility. So if you're new here, welcome to the channel. We do videos on technology, resources, and encouragement for people who are blind and visually impaired. So hit the subscribe button and the bell for more videos like these. So let's get started. So once you have magnifier on and you go to the bottom of your screen, you should see the magnifier on the taskbar. All the way to the end on the right, there is the settings icon, and if you hit that, and I'm going to minimize the magnifier window, you have a couple different options here on the screen under magnifier. So you can turn on magnifier, so you can turn it on and off through the settings. So I'll turn it off and I'll turn it back on, but you can also do that with the shortcut Windows Escape, and here it also tells you all about the different shortcuts as well. There is a shortcut link to the display settings, and it says make everything on your screen bigger. You can change the magnification size right from the settings. You can also change the zoom increments, and the normal is 100. So what this does is when you press the hotkey or the keyboard shortcut Windows plus, it will increase the magnification by 100% each time you press that, and it will decrease it when you press Windows minus by the same percentage. But if you increase that to 400%, if you press Windows plus, it will jump 400%. So it's a pretty big difference. And then if you only want it to slightly change, say 25%, each time you press Windows minus Windows plus, it will only increase or decrease by 25% increments. And that also goes with pressing the minus or the plus in the settings. And when you are in the magnifier window, when you press the minus or the plus, it will do the same thing here. The next option is start magnifier after sign in. So if you check this box, after you sign in to your computer, it will automatically start magnifier. I actually have Zoom text automatically start when I sign in, so this is why I keep it unchecked. And the next button down is start magnifiers before sign in on the computer. So this allows you to use magnifier in the process of signing in. The next option is to collapse magnifier into a floating magnifying glass. If I check this option and I go back and go to the magnifier window, I go to the taskbar and I click it, and then I click somewhere else on the screen, and I'm moving around, I'm doing something else, I'm working on something else. Instead of having to go to the taskbar and click on the magnifier icon here, I can just click this little floating magnifying glass and it will open the magnifier window right there for me. If you move this dialog box to, say, the right, and then you click away, the magnifying glass will be in that area. I personally like to keep it at the top left area, and then that way if I click away, and it will make the magnifying glass right there at the top left corner so that it's not in the way. The next option down is smooth edges of images and text. So I definitely recommend having this on, especially when you're using magnification on a higher level. if you click that, it will smooth, or it will do its best to smooth out the text and images and just make them less pixelated. And then the next option down is to invert the colors, and you can also do that with Control-Alt-I. The next option is change magnification view. You can toggle it between full screen, which is how it is now. You can make it into a lens. This is kind of tricky for me to do. You can also make it docked. And so you can have a portion on the top. There's a lot of keyboard commands, and I will put a link down in the description to our website with all the available Windows Magnifier commands if you want like a little cheat sheet. The next option down is have Magnifier follow, and then it has 4 different checkboxes. The first one is mouse cursor. Now, I definitely recommend you press that. If you uncheck that, if you move the mouse, Magnifier will stay in one spot and it will not move. So definitely check that, and that way when you move the mouse to the left, it'll move to the left. If you move it to the right, it'll move to the right, and you move it up, it'll move up, and you get the idea. So the next one is keyboard focus, and so what this does, if you check that box and you use the keyboard, so I'm going to press tab and navigate around the screen, and it's going to follow where you are on the screen using your keyboard. The next one down is text insertion point. So if I check this and I go to Google Chrome, and I am in Chrome and on Google, and I start typing here, let's type live, and then I'm going to press space, and I'm going to move the mouse over, and now you cannot see the edit field. And if I start typing again, it's going to jump the screen back to where I am typing so that it will focus on where I am typing. So this is supposed to work on any edit field, whether it's Microsoft Word or any text box on the internet. So the last one is narrator cursor, and if you check that box, if you have narrator running, it will follow, the screen will follow where narrator is reading. The last option says keep the mouse cursor, and there's a drop down menu, and the first one is within the edges of the screen. If you have that one selected, when you move the mouse up and it gets to the top of the screen, it will then move the screen in that direction, and then the same thing going to the left and going to the right and going down. If you go back to that drop down menu and select centered on the screen, it will keep the mouse always in the middle, except when you are on the top edge of the screen, then it will let you go to the edges of the screen. But when you are somewhere in the middle of the screen, it will always keep your mouse in the middle, and this can be useful if you're always losing the mouse, and that way it's easier to find if it's in the middle. So those are the settings for Windows Magnifier, and again, I'll be making more videos on Microsoft accessibility and Windows 10 ease of access. If there's anything specific that you would like us to make a video about, leave that in the comments below, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up below, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.